What's good, y'all? Guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Hump Day! That's right. And today, man, we gonna be introducing a new segment called Women Crushing Wednesdays. Yes, Women Crushing Wednesdays. And this segment featured the girl Hershee Kisses. And you know what? I'm gonna let her tell y'all about it. So let's get into it.
What's up? This your girl Hershee Kiss for Put You On Notice, where our platform is your opportunity. So today we're starting our first episode of Women Crushing Wednesdays, which is basically a play on Women Crush Wednesdays, where we talk about women that are doing it in their community, that are representing, whether that is through entrepreneurship, community organizations, tales of triumph, tales of resilience. We're talking about it all, everything and anything that involves women. So today we have Mickell Daniels joining us, who is the founder and executor, right, of P.Y.O.N organization. Okay. And she will tell us about her organization, about herself, as well as her story of how she got to the place to start that organization as well. How you doing today?
Hey, Queen, I am here. I am okay. We are in the middle of a thunderstorm, but I am here.
I'm glad you are able to make it and join us. So I am familiar with Glow. I follow you guys on Facebook. I've attended a couple events, and I think it is a beautiful thing that you are doing for young ladies in this community. So why don't you just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself? Who is Mickell Daniels? How did you get to the mental and emotional space where you wanted to start something of this nature?
Okay, actually, that is a great question. As far as the mental and the emotional space where I wanted to start it, because for a lot of years I ran from it. And it's just to the point that I know is my calling, because even with me running from it, it's something I couldn't run from. So I'm just like, you know what, God, I'm ready. Just use me. So just to go back a little bit as far as my story, the reason why I started Glow is because I was a Glow girl. What does that mean? I was a teen mom. I didn't really believe in myself like that. Like a lot of people were like, oh, you're beautiful, or you have so much potential. But if you don't believe that yourself, then there's nothing you're going to do about it. So I didn't have people that was really my mentors growing up that told me you can do it and kind of show me the way. I just had people tell me what to do without grabbing my hand and kind of leading me the way. So what happened was I was like, you know what? I went through some things, abusive relationships, things like that younger. And I always told God, like, I know it's a purpose. I know you're putting me through this for some type of reason. But I promise you, if I get through this last time, I'm going to give back. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to use my gift, because I always had a gift to talk to people. I always had a gift to get through to people. But I just was running from it for some reason. My granddad, for an example, he's a pastor. So for many years, he was like, Mickell, you got this gift. I feel it. You're going to be like me. You're going to be speaking to the masses. And I was so afraid. So just to kind of fast forward, so I went back to school. I got my associates and my undergrad in human services. So that's kind of like social work. And I had worked for the county doing a position where I was a crisis stabilizer and a mentor. But I felt that what I really truly felt would impact the youth that I was serving, which was more so the inner city of Milwaukee. Like I said, I was that girl. So I just felt like I was restricted to do that. So instead of for me complaining about it, instead of me saying, we're not really giving these youth the tools that they will need, that I feel is success, that they can become successful, I'm going to do something about it. And that was the brand of Glow. Girls learning to become outstanding women. And I put my soul in it. I still do, because it's my calling. And it's so many doors that I've knocked down that I know is nothing but God. It's nothing but Him. So that's how I started Glow.
Yes. Well, thank you, Queen. I can hear that passion in your voice. I can hear all that triumph and resilience in your voice as you're telling your story. So thank you. So tell us a little bit more about Glow.
Okay, so Glow is a service that serves girls ages 11 to 22. We assist with social and emotional needs. After I did my undergrad in human services, I decided to go back to be a clinical therapist, because I just kind of wanted to touch on their mental component. I wanted to get deep down in that trauma that we are supposed to normalize and we're supposed to shy away from. I wanted to normalize the conversation of not being okay. Like, let's be okay with saying we're not okay. Yes. So I recently graduated and passed my my national test. So I am now a licensed clinical
Hey,
therapist and training.
congratulations.
And thank you. So that kind of allows me to shift flow. So right now we still service girls 11 to 22, and we working on the social and emotional needs of them, like confidence, anger management. We have a mentorship. We just partnered actually with Wraparound Milwaukee, so we're now on their vendors list, so I can reach more girls and things of that nature. So yeah, that's about Glow, and it's just really empowering our girls and showing them the way. I'm not just going to tell you what to do. I'm going to meet you where you are, and I'm going to hold your hand, and I'm going to show you how it's going to be done. I'm going to let you know it's okay to make those hiccups, because that's how we get our growth. So that's what Glow does.
Yes, thank you. Also, I think you hit a key word with saying normalize that conversation, because I do think as young ladies, even as grown women, there are so many things that would benefit us from sharing our stories with others or just discussing out loud that it has kind of a stigma on it. So I think that's important that you said that, just normalizing those type of discussions and having a safe space for people to feel comfortable, especially young ladies, to discuss things that are bothering them. So
Absolutely.
also, how can parents get involved or contact you or reach out if they have young girls that might be interested in the program? Are there qualifications? Is it just open to those age groups? What do parents need to do?
Okay, I'm gonna answer that question, but I like something you said. You said that even as grown adults, we are afraid to normalize the not being okay and things like that. And I just remember growing up in a house where my mom was really, really strict on what goes on in my house stays on in my what goes on in my house stays in my house. And as a girl, as a grown woman, I understand what she meant. But as a young girl, that kind of gave me the impression that it's not okay to speak up if something is bothering you. You got to kind of go out to society like everything is okay. So that's another reason why Glow is such an important open house to these girls out here, just to let them know that it's okay with not being okay. Let's talk about it and let's go through it. So now to answer your question, how can a parent get involved, or how can a youth get involved? What they can do is a few things. So we have our website, which is glow, GLOW 414.org. They can go on there and submit an email. Our direct email address is glow414@outlook.com, or they can give me a call or the Glow number at 414-218-1001. And what that does is it lets us know that you're interested. We will then schedule a consultation where we're meeting with the parent, guardian, or the person who's taking care of the youth. Or if the youth is an adult, then we'll meet with them, just kind of explaining the program, because you have to be invested. The participant has to be invested. I can only do so much. If you're not there meeting me in the middle, meaning the person, the participant, then it's not going to get too far. That's with anything in life. Anyone can talk to you. You can listen to all the motivational speakers you want. But if you're not really investing in yourself, then you're only going to go so far. So
Yeah.
I definitely do that consultation with them if the interest is there. And after that, we'll get started. I'll let them know that the next time the session starts, and they're all in.
Cool.
Once a Glow girl, always a Glow girl. So
I'm telling you, I feel that energy. Also put your information up as well, just so people can know how to contact you. But also, how have you guys been staying up and afloat during this pandemic? Did you have like electronic meetings on Zoom, or were you guys still able to function during the pandemic?
oh my, I was devastated when the pandemic happened. When the pandemic happened, Glow lost everything, meaning as far as being able to reach my girls, we lost contracts with MPS, because how can we go? The schools are shut down. The Boys and Girls Club, we had a contract with them, and I knew Wraparound was pending on the table, but there's no face-to-face anything. So I was so devastated until I'm getting teary-eyed, because my youth is my life. And I was getting so many messages like, Miss Daniels, we missed it. Let's do something. And I'm like, you know what? One of my mentors, Dion Barnes, shout out to her. And then Dante was just like, won't you do virtual? Do virtual. We have Zoom meetings all the time. Me and my mentor, won't you do Zoom? And I introduced the girls to Zoom. And since then, like, to see their faces bright up when we start having our meetings again, it just made my day. So it just kind of taught me that despite this pandemic, how can I still reach them? They need me now more than ever. I had so many youth who is the first generation to graduate, but wasn't able to walk across the stage because school got shut down. So many 8th graders that didn't, including my baby girl, didn't have a graduation, or they knew they couldn't have a graduation, or they didn't know yet. They didn't know anything because it shut down, who was devastated. So instead of me shutting down on my own personal, dang, what I'm gonna do now, I made it happen. I went beyond that because they needed me more now than before, because they needed me more, because now some of them are having to stay home and be the parent while their parents going out and doing whatever, or they're forced to be at home where school was their getaway. So they needed me now more than ever. So that's how we were able to stay connected. So I'm so excited to reopen back up in August, but in the meantime, we're doing it virtually.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us today. I'm so glad to have you on, Queen. I know we have been talking about it forever in a day.
Yes.
Finally, we're able to come share your story as well as information about GLOW. Is there anything else that you wanted to share as far as any upcoming events or anything that's going on in the community that you want us to know?
Yes, actually, upcoming events. So we are going to do a little new structure with GLOW. We're going to reopen at the building in August. So what we're going to do this time around is have an open invitation for anyone who wants to join GLOW. There's going to be 2 orientations just to let you know something about GLOW. The first one is July 28th at noon. So July 28th at noon. And then the second one is July 30th at 5:45 p.m. And that's Central Standard Time for both of them. And it's just an open invitation to let you know about GLOW. And if you are interested, you can fill out our forms, all our consents and things like that. And we'll have a schedule with structured programming. I'm so excited because we've partnered with different people for credit. We're going to get our young adults on this credit journey, as well as parents. So now I'm noticing that I can't just help the youth if they go back home to the situation. I need to pour into them parents too. So we got different programs even for my GLOW parents. I'm just so excited. Yes.
Nice. Well, it sounds like you're doing wonderful things for your community. I mean, we are definitely in support of you, in support of GLOW. So we will put those on our website as well as your information. Thank you so much for being on our show. I really appreciate you taking time to share information about GLOW, and also we just really appreciate you being a woman that's crushing it. So anything else?
No, thank you for having me, and we look forward to going with whoever. Let's GLOW.
And when you start that adult program, 25 and let me know, because I want to sign up.
I got you, Queen. I got you.